Hello and good afternoon. Happy ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X release day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me. And of course, C Money should be here momentarily. He's finally back after being out a couple of weeks. I don't know if he's going to be here any second, but yeah, we know he's going to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, I literally just put the finishing touches on my unboxing video for the Xbox Ally X. This is for you, JMO Money, especially because he asked if I was going to do it. And ladies and gentlemen, either I'm very lucky or extra lucky. It was a one take, one shot recording. No script. Literally everything sat in front of me. There was almost an incident with the controller falling, but thankfully it only kind of fell forward, so I was able to save it. But yes, it's done. I think it's about 12 minutes. Oh, here he is. There's my brother from another. Welcome back, Holy Gaming Gods. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. My brother from another. C Money, what's going on, brother? You can see the big cheese smile on my face. Xbox gamers rejoice. What's going on,
Xbox
dude?
Day, baby.
Yeah.
Xbox Day. Got us some new Xboxes in the house. They're upstairs doing their
Updated.
updates.
Yes, mine's updating right now, as a matter of fact. And I probably have to, like go off camera just to make sure that it's continuing to update because I was just telling everybody in the chat, I literally just finished doing the unboxing video, like right before we went live. And
Nice.
bro, I was just saying, either I'm super lucky or extra lucky. It was a one shot, one take, 12-minute video with no mistakes in front of the camera. Holy crap. I
the
can't
Xbox
believe
gods
it.
were with you. You know
They sure were. They were walking with me through what could be, Xbox gamers excited, PlayStation gamers maybe not so much. And you know what? We're going to get into it on the second half because we're going to celebrate. We're going to have fun. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be joking. Second half of the show, folks, we got to get into this, man. Look, I got to be honest with you. I understand the console war. I understand that the community has Xbox people or gamers like C Money, like Dirk Riggedy, like Joey and the crew, and they are necessary. They're necessary to be a part of the crew because they do put people in their places. But look, at the end of the day of everything, it's supposed to be about the fun of gaming. And somehow, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen some unbelievable negativity. And again, look, I'm not going to keep reiterating it, but Microsoft deserves smoke for the price increase of their consoles and their service. I'm not going to defend it. It sucks. It shouldn't have happened, and I think it was too much. But it's done. And if you don't want to be a part of Xbox, by all means, don't support the brand. Vote with your wallet. But since then, C Money, it has been one negative story after another. And I got to tell you, today is a day of celebration. It is not the Microsoft, produced device. It is a partnered OEM device. And you know what? If it's not for you, I get it. But please, man, don't come into the chat. Don't go on people's timelines and be a D about it. Let people be excited. If you're not excited about the brand, I hear you. Go play Ghost of Yotai. Because I can tell you a lot of people from PlayStation who talk, don't walk the walk because it didn't sell again.
They ain't playing it. They ain't playing it. I'll tell you that much.
No. But you know what? It's great to have you back. Let's get into this excitement, okay? Today is a triumph, ladies and gentlemen. It's a triumph because in my unboxing video, I specifically, I keep hearing or I keep reading, who is this for? Like when people want to get clicks, they do the stupid face as their thumbnail. And who is this for? You know who it's for, folks? It's for you. It's for me. It's for C Money and Doodle and the kids. And you know why it's for me even more than that? It's because I'm not a PC guy. Now, Doodle and C Money have nice rigs. They play on PC. That's something that they do. I don't. And what I really enjoy and why I'm such a fan of Xbox, and I've said this before, and I put myself right on the front line to get the tomatoes, is I'm a retiree. And my pension is fantastic. I work super hard to get it. And I put a bunch of hours to make sure that when I retired, it was going to be what I needed it to be. It is. That's the work that I did. It wasn't given to me for free. But of course, like anything, it has a ceiling. So that's why I am so excited to be a Game Pass subscriber, because for the money that I spend on Game Pass versus me buying these games, and a perfect example of that would be this month, see money. This month alone, if I weren't a podcaster, if the channel wasn't recognized by Microsoft, I wouldn't be reviewing some games. One of which you already know, which of course is The Outer Worlds 2. I didn't have to buy that. I got it for a review. Now you'd be like, oh, he's paid off. Listen, folks, a lot of people, a lot of creators get these codes. I'm not the first, and I'm not going to be the last. And I have been
Don't even bother with these people, bro.
Right now, I know but I want to say,
try to discredit anything because they're butthurt, bro. You know what really they would do? These dudes would. You don't even know what they would do to be able to get a game from Xbox, or they're just jealous.
They won't get a game from PlayStation, dude. Like PlayStation does not acknowledge their community.
Shut down their show. They shut down a show because PlayStation refused to acknowledge them after all these years. This is just what it is. Look, no, Xbox doesn't just walk around and be like, "Hey, you want a game? Take it." No, right? You had to earn it, right? And these people can say what they want, and they think that it's just grins and giggles. But if you put one of them right now on the mic, tell them to get on camera and go out there and give your opinion on some shit, they'll sit there looking stupid on the camera. Like the shit's easy. It's not, right? It's not. And frankly, like, you do a show every day, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. We're doing a whole crazy amount of shows.
Yeah, you guys do a lot of content, because you do like the reviews, you do the sit downs, the one-on-ones, you go to the events, you do the video. You guys are doing fantastic work. Yeah,
right now, all at the same time. It's right. It's a lot. It's crazy, right? So, but they're just out here and they're hurt because they don't get it. So they want to discredit people like you and like me who sit there and do all this shit nonstop. Like it's crazy, the fact that they think and like it's so sad for these people that this is the way they want to spend their time, instead of just acknowledging the fact that, listen, you hustled, you did what you did. When you first started your channel, they weren't handing you shit.
It took years, dude, before I got a code. Honestly, but I think we had the channel before I was actually invited to something. We started the channel in 2017. So we're gonna have the channel 8 years as of November 3rd since the first video. We are, I want to say, a week away from 8 million views. All right, we're just a couple of shows away from 8 million views in those 8 years, and that's insane numbers. And you know something, folks? Before you ask if that's bots or not, I know it's real, and here's why. I pay for something called vidIQ, and of course, C-Money understands what that is. That shit is $600 a year. I pay $51 and change per month for that. That's a service out of YouTube that helps me with my thumbnails. And I don't use that because I do my own thumbnails myself, but they help me with the titles and they give me all the important stats. So every stat that I talk about publicly is not something that I just get on the back end or from around the corner from Jimmy. I actually get it from vidIQ, who is, of course, a part of YouTube. So we're closing on 8 million views. It took years to be invited to anything. And, and this is not without trying. You got to put yourself in the space, and they're not going to, then listen, I'll just say this for any new creator, don't fall for the negativity, banana in the tailpipe. Yes, it's like a shooting star. It's super bright for a second and you're gone. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people you're trying to talk to. That's what it's all about. But
yeah, and it's not just like, understand, like, you did this for a long time, and there's a lot of people done. Iron Lord's been doing it forever, right? Like there's a bunch of people who've been hustling and doing what you have to do. But guess what? There's also a bunch of people who have been doing it for a long time
and don't
Xbox still don't give shit to. You know what I'm saying? So like understand, like Xbox is not, they're not just willy-nilly. It's not like, oh, you're an Xbox channel, so here it is. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of channels that you guys see or watch out there that are not getting access like Boom and I are getting access. And there's people who are getting even more access than Boom and I, right? And right. So there's levels to this, and there's shit that has to be earned over time. And that's just what it is, right? So like just I don't even want to give these dudes like the space to think that their opinion
matters
on whether or not you are what quote unquote paid off because you got to get, no, you got the game because they like what you do, right? They're not, you think they're just gonna never check your channel? They don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think they come and have seen my channel before they given us a code? Like, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make sure they give to who they're going to give it to, right? So, like, understand, you earned what you earned. These other people, they're just haters, and I don't even want to give them the space to think that their opinion matters. They're not. They're ridiculous, and they're sad people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, folks, now that we got that out of the way,
I know y'all missed it. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while.
I'll say this. I'm on cloud 9. Today is Christmas for me. I over splurged. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Like I said, as soon as the show is done, I'm going to put the video up on YouTube. I've already done the thumbnail. I got everything done. Like I obviously, like literally to the minute before the show, I was listening. I was doing some, some editing, cutting. The video was perfect. I think it's like 12 or 13 minutes. I didn't have to cut much. And it was a one shot, one take, which I honestly can't believe it happened, because normally I'll do a video and I'll watch it. I'm like, I don't like it. I stuttered here and I can't take it out because it's video. It's not going to work. And I'll do it 5 and 6 times. This time, for some reason, I guess because I'm being honest and I'm having fun with it. And it's just like, I'm excited, folks. And
it feels amazing.
It does.
In the hand. All those reviews people were saying, and you're like, but like, how good? Like, I have the Steam Deck, I have the original ROG Ally, I got the LG, the Cloud. Who is it? Logitech G Cloud.
And that's nice. That's a nice device, dude.
Yeah, and I have them all. And taking it out the box and putting it in your hand is God, it's beautiful. It's amazing. It feels so good. Like it just melts into your hands. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy? You know what's funny? Let's get into it. So when what C-Money's talking about, folks, and I know, do me a favor. I should have done a poll. Like I said, folks, I'm running at 100 miles an hour. Listen, I even skipped the gym today. I feel terrible that I did, but F that. I was just having too much fun. So what you can't see over here, obviously you see everything. It looks nice, right? My poor living room is like a bomb hit it, because there's packaging all over the place, because you're unboxing, so you're kind of putting things away. It's a mess. But look, what C-Money is talking about, and he's 100% right, is I didn't get a chance to get hands-on prior. Like, for instance, some of the bigs out there, you got your Destin Legary, you got your
Iron Lords.
You got the Iron Lords, got hands-on with it, Paris, and of course, part of the bigs is my good brother Casante. He went to Germany, he got hands-on. I'm going to tell you this, folks, if you haven't gotten it yet and you're wondering, listen, the price is the price. It's expensive. I wish it would have been cheaper. I definitely wish the S model would have been cheaper, because it really would. I think if it would have been 500 versus 6, I think it's flying off the shelves. Now, I know this thing is. Can I say
something though, Boom, real quick?
Sure.
Because there's been a lot of stuff on Twitter, and so much has just come to me where it just based on what it says. I put a post on it. I just realized why they're all so angry, right? All these ponies and all these people, they're all so angry because Xbox is releasing $1,000 handheld, and it's selling out everywhere, right? It's selling out everywhere. You get it at Best Buy, you're waiting to December, all this stuff, right? It's selling out everywhere. But they released a console that was a Pro to their PlayStation 5 for $700, and that motherfucker was available for I don't think it ever was not available. I don't think it ever sold out. We were watching it every show for weeks, saying, "Can I go buy it? Yes, I can. Can I go buy it? Yes, I can." And that's the emotional damage that they have because they hate Xbox.
I wish I had the sound bite. Emotional damage.
It is. They hate Xbox, and they hate the fact that so many people are so excited to buy the Xbox handheld, and they could say what they want. Oh, it's not, but they'll tell you it's not an Xbox, but then also say it's supposed to be an Xbox. Like oh, it doesn't do this. So shut up. It's made by Microsoft and Asus.
It's a partner device, brother. It has an Xbox button. It has an Xbox UI. It has Xbox innards.
They are literally the ones who sat there and worked on the software for the device. It's exclusive to this device right now. They got a 6-month exclusive before the next one is going to natively get it. I know that people have cracked it and it leaked or whatever, and they got it and they put it other places, but they worked on it for this handheld. This is their device. You got Xbox people who are working on launching it this week. If it wasn't their device, they would not be working on launching it. This whole shit is just crazy. These mental gymnastics that these dudes fucking go through to try to make you think that the Microsoft Xbox, who's telling you that, hey, this is our handheld, is that it's not, because it doesn't fit their qualification of what the handheld's supposed to be. Let me tell you a secret. PlayStation released a Portal, and you can't run shit on that natively. Is that not a PlayStation handheld? Did they not make their handheld? Is that not theirs because you can't natively play any PlayStation game whatsoever? Is that the case? Is the Portal not a PlayStation? Oh, it is a PlayStation device. Got it. So even though it cannot run any game natively, it's still a PlayStation, right? It's still a PlayStation device. But the Xbox can play every single first-party game, even more first-party games than the Xbox console can, because there are some games that are still tied to only PC,
right?
Like our History Untold, right? So there's still games that are only on PC that you will, in fact, be ally to play on your Ally X that you can't play on the console, but they're saying that you can't play it. that is not an Xbox. Bro, these people cracked.
Yeah. Cracked. I mean, look, like I was saying before, and because my thoughts are all over the place, the question that you're going to see come up, and I've seen a lot of like the reviews. Now, I watched a lot of my, like Linus, I watched his, like a lot of people did. I watched Paris. There's gonna be King had one that I got a chance to take a look at. No one's opinion matters to me but mine, right? And when you see my unboxing video, I tell you that I'm not trying to sell this for Asus or Xbox. I bought the device because for me, or the question you're going to keep seeing that people are going to keep asking is, well, who is this actually for? Well, it's for me. Gamers like me who are console or going from console to handheld PC, that is an Xbox, ladies and gentlemen, right? It has an Xbox button. It has the shape of it is built off of a Series X controller. It has UI that was created by Microsoft and Xbox for this device. It's an Xbox, folks. If you don't think so, fine. But if you're asking and if you are being serious, who's it for? It is for gamers like me, exactly like me, because there are two sides of this coin that gets me excited. One of which, everything in Xbox Game Pass is playable on this device. And I use Game Pass to its maximum usage. I don't play every game, but I try games that I would not have tried. And if it's not for me, I delete it. That happened many, many times. Some games I'm going to see, I'll watch a trailer. I'm like, that does look interesting. I'll load it up. I'll play it. I'm like, just not for me. It's fine. I'll move on to the other one. If you are a console gamer who loves Xbox Game Pass, this device is for you. Now, granted, there are some people in the chat that are like, here's a perfect example. Good friend of the show, Cullen Prime. Says, I'm really happy for you guys, but it's just not for me right now. Brother, that is completely understandable. Now, whether that be, someone being priced out or it's just not what they actually wanted, like they really want that PlayStation. I think what people are really looking for is an X-Boy. And you're going to get that. You're going to get the actual X-Boy device in a couple of years.
So, like the Xbox ecosystem, if you're an Xbox person, every Xbox first-party game is available to you on this device. I don't want to hear people say, well, games from the original Xbox are not playable. I didn't buy a 2025 device to go worry about whether or not I could play my Xbox One games.
That's the goalpost moving that's being used, brother. That's really what it comes down to.
They can get out of here. Listen, this is the fact. And I don't know when people thought that this was a thing. New device announced. New device released. You don't want said device. Nobody gives a shit.
I mean,
that is the facts of what it is.
Hard to argue that, sir.
This is the reality. I don't know why people think, well, I don't like it. Okay, then don't buy it. Yes. Nobody told you to. Okay, yes. The same thing when the PlayStation 5 Pro came out. Did we go in? Yes, we mocked them because they were making it seem like this thing was the second coming. And everything showed us and told us that it was not. Did that mean that if the person was capable and able to buy the PlayStation 5 Pro because that's their ecosystem and they just want to buy the next thing that came out from PlayStation, that they were stupid? No, we're going to make fun of it because of how they talked about it being the most powerful thing, and it barely more powerful than the Series X, right? So that is why we made fun of it. I don't care who went to buy a Pro. I don't care if anybody goes to buy a Pro. It means nothing to anyone. That person can spend what they want. If you see a device that's announced for you, announced and it's not for you, then you keep it moving. If Xbox announced today that they're releasing a new handheld for people who like the tiniest screens in the world, and it's going to be a 3-inch screen, and then you can put it in your pocket, okay? I'm going to tell you that I would say that's not for me. Too small. That's a waste of my life. I'm not going to buy it. Does that mean I think Xbox is ridiculous or so stupid that they made this device? No, it's just not for me. I don't know why we are in this world where it feels like we need to say, hey, Game Pass is too much money for me. I'm not going to have it. Fam, just don't subscribe. Nobody's looking for you to subscribe. Nobody's wondering. No one's asking, right? And I'm not saying you can't just give your opinion or say whatever you want. That's fine. But don't cry about stuff because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're upset. Nobody cares if I'm upset. It doesn't matter, right? It's what the individual person who is deciding to buy it, what it means to them. And I can tell you right now, the Xbox Ally X is, it's for me. I wanted it. I've said it from the beginning. I want a device that is natively a handheld gaming device. The Steam Deck is that. The problem, it's not my ecosystem. Do I have hundreds of Steam games? Yes, because I bought so many cheap games on sale over time. But it is not my ecosystem. I want Game Pass. I had ROG Ally. I didn't buy the X when it came out because I just bought the ROG Ally, the first one when they first dropped it, when they had that one. And it's a Windows device. You boot into Windows, you start Windows, you got to go click it, go open up this launcher, do all this. And maybe that has changed over time. And I think they did update some stuff. But either way, when that happened, that was not the experience I want. What this offers is exactly what I want. It opens right into a full screen Xbox focused experience. If you want to add Steam, do it. You want to add Epic, do it. GOG, do it. Anywhere else, whatever you want. Do it. You want to get your PlayStation games on there? Do it. But for me, as an Xbox focused player who plays unlike the ponies who claim it, I play almost everything that Xbox first party releases. At the very least, I'm going to try it. And you know what?
Yeah.
Lately, I've actually fallen in love with almost everything they've released, from genres that I never thought I would. Age of Mythology, I loved. Our History Untold, I love. Doodle fucking really, really loved it. Meaning, for me, this is the ecosystem that I belong to, and they delivered a box that's focused on me. These people who are telling you that the box is not because it doesn't play this or that, these are people who are not even invested in this ecosystem. They just want to tear it down because they're sad that they don't have something equivalent. They're upset that Xbox is giving more and more to their customers when they're supposed to be dead, right? That is what they're upset about. These people have no interest in doing it. These people were not going to buy it, yet they sit there and try to tell you that it's not good. No, it's not good for them. It's not good for them. Or frankly, it probably is good for them, but they're just telling you a story so that they can feel better about their situation.
I mean, look, I'll say this. I don't think I could have actually said it any better than what C-Money just did. There are going to be people that are going to try and tear this device down. And look, I'll say one thing. You know, I saw quite a few conversations, some threads, where the running narrative is if you talk positive about your platform of choice, and of course, what they were referring to was Xbox, everybody comes for you. God forbid you should be happy about Xbox because of the X, Y, and Z. Look, here's the thing, folks. If you don't like the box, you don't like the platform, you don't like its players, you don't have to come to people's shows to embarrass yourself, put yourself out there and look like a complete asshole. You know, I'm sorry. This is what people do. If you hate watch anyone's program, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is where I'm going to put the popo hat on. Please stop what you're doing, and like Jordan said, go get some help. Sit down on a couch and work it out, because you have problems that are deeper than you don't like Xbox, and you might want to sit down with somebody on a couch and hash that shit out, because it's supposed to be video games. Today is a celebratory day because on top of this month being the most ridiculous month of the year for Xbox as a platform, with 3 new games dropping into the service, one after another. Keeper is on Friday. You got Ninja Gaiden 4 next week. And you have the week after that, you have, of course, The Outer Worlds 2. If you're buying this device, you're going to have 3 brand new games on top of, like, for instance, one of the best games that no one talked about when it came out was Evil West. If you like Gears of War with vampires, please play that game. That's in Xbox Game Pass. Play it. Playing on this device. Look, I don't know what else to say other than the fact that if you're hating on Xbox players, I think you're just yelling into the ether. No one actually cares. If you're doing a review, you know what's funny? I was talking to Everborn Saga, and he's at a point where he's not even talking with people anymore. And he said something that I want to pass along to everybody. Unless you show me a receipt for $1,083 for the big boy or $678 for the little guy, don't even put yourself in the conversation, because what you're going to say is going to be a moot point, because what you're getting is concern trolling. They're not invested in the brand. They don't play on Xbox, and somehow or another they want to give you their opinion. Well, your opinion doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to anybody in this chat. If you're getting this device or one of these devices, be excited. For me, this is like Christmas morning. I bought everything. Yeah. So
oh, wait. Did you get, I know you told me you got it, but did you actually pick it up? Because my Best Buy screwed me and said that I'm not getting the dock until Monday.
I got everything. I got the controller, the case, the dock, and the console. I got everything.
Son of a bitch. That's okay. Good. Good. I got something else to look forward to coming in.
You know what? It's a nice solid piece of it's a nice device, and it's simplistic in its nature. It's I want to say it's about the size of a little bit longer than a deck of cards. It's got some nice weight to it. It's got a rubber strip on the bottom. The thing folds up. You put the Ally X on it, and it just stays. It doesn't slip off, which is great because it's an $1,100 device. You don't want it slipping and falling to the floor. I would drop dead if that happened. But look,
yeah, that would be a problem.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
Too is like the people, the people. Just another thing, just because seeing some of these reviews or even just the posts on Twitter, I think one of the things that I'm so annoyed by is the fact that there's still these people who are bigger in nature, right? As far as like, you know, subscribers or followers or whatever, who still feel the need to like to give in to the trolls, right?
Yes.
The people who are sitting there telling you it's not an Xbox, don't come out here and try to feed it. It's not an Xbox, it's a PC. No, it's an Xbox device. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Okay. When this device is sold, Xbox is getting a cut of the device being sold. Xbox helped engineer this device. You literally saw videos of them sculpting it and finding the perfect grip, and it's an Xbox controller essentially feel that you have on this thing. They sat there, they did it. Stop trying to give in to these people because you're afraid of their comments and your replies. Stop the bullshit. Just stop saying that it's not an Xbox. It's not an Xbox console. No, it's an Xbox handheld. And that's what it is. And this handheld functions the way it functions. If the PlayStation Portal can be a PlayStation device, but it only streams, then, my friends, this is an Xbox because it can download every single game that Xbox puts out of their first party natively on the device. So please stop being a pab. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's true. Shout out to Aris_EMS says, can you guys do a review of the case and the dock? Well, yes. What I'm gonna do is I have an unboxing video. It's literally on the other side of this screen. It is 15 minutes and 13 seconds with the intro and outro. I unbox everything, including the ROG Rakiri. I mispronounced it on the video, but I wasn't changing it because it's fine. I sound like a knucklehead,
yeah,
but
it's this one, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I'm on a different screen. Yes. Yep. It is premium. So, it is nice.
This is the thing. I bought this when the first Xbox, the first ROG Ally dropped.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. I never even opened it because I ultimately stopped using the Ally because it wasn't able to play. Like, I wanted to be able to have a more native experience. Like,
I thought the armor crate was okay. That's why I stopped using it because I have an original ROG.
Yeah,
and this is what you.
This is the money shot. This is the one. So I'm gonna set this when I get my dock. Then I'm gonna set this up.
Yes,
have it connected to that, so that as soon as I dock it, boom, I got a controller ready to go.
You know, it's funny. Let's talk about that for a second because there's been a lot of questions for people like me, like boom, it's a handheld. What are you using a controller? So where I sit on the couch behind me over here, like the couch behind me is Mrs. Boom's seat, right? That's where she sits. I sit on the longer couch, and at any given time when we are playing the Switch 2, she's playing on the big screen. She's playing on the 65-inch. I play the Switch 2 docked, but it's not docked in the way of the original dock that that comes with it. I have a special dock that I bought that allows you. It just plugs in and you see the screen. Now I could use it as a handheld. I don't. I actually have it on the dock. It's on the end table, and I'm using the new wireless controller by Nintendo, and that's how I play the games. That's exactly how I'm going to play the ROG Ally.
You play with just the screen of the Switch,
yes,
on a table.
Yes,
man, you got some vision, bro.
I mean, I'm
Horrible
55,
vision.
so it's not the greatest of visions because I'm getting older, but I can see it just fine. It's just okay.
I'll be like, what the?
So again, that's what I do, and that's why for me it's going to be supernatural, not like scary supernatural, but it's going to be natural for me to use the ROG Ally X on its dock with the controller, which is why I bought the controller. Listen, I'm an all-in type of gamer. When I go to buy something that's coming out, I buy all the controllers, the memory cards. I try to get every launch game. Like, I've always done that. And I'm not rich. I've been a blue-collar guy my entire life. I just, like I tell the story all the time. People in the NYPD used to make fun of me. Like, they would be doing overtime for, a new car, a new motorcycle, a trip to Vegas with their friends, or a vacation for the family. Not me. No, anytime I was doing overtime, it was to buy games. That's just how I rolled. And again, I can't do overtime now, so I got to be a little bit, I got to space out the buys. But this is something I'm so excited. If you are somebody in the chat that got this thing, let me just catch up with the chat. Throw your comments in here and we'll read them out loud. I know Kareem Jovian. What's going on, Kareem? Nice to see you here, brother.
Kareem,
he got his as well. And he said, did you get the Xbox branded SanDisk cards? I didn't even know there was one. Did not know that. I'm going to have to look into that, Jovian. Thank you so much, Kareem. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure look at me, the broke boy. He made it easier. Is definitely got his. Let's see. Music 72. How dare you, sir? You are correct in saying so. He says, Boom just doesn't do just a tip. Absolutely not, man. You got to insert and go. That's pause. Hold on. Wow. This is supposed to be PG-13. But yeah, no, look, this is again, I'm just super excited for everybody in the Xbox community. And I'll say this, folks. Look, people are going to come for you if you put your stuff out there. Don't worry about them. You could listen. I'm a block and go dude. If you are coming into my thread to be an a-hole, I don't have conversations with them, folks, and you shouldn't either. Be excited, be happy. If you were in on the ground floor and you want to share your excitement, go and do it. Don't worry about the trolls. They're going to be around and they're going to try and tear you down. Don't let anybody tear you down, folks. Today is a very exciting day. This is a handheld that I've been wanting. As who it's for, I play Game Pass. Yes, I buy a lot of games. But here's the other side of the coin that I didn't get a chance to talk about. See, like C-Money and Doodle, they have Steam games. They're PC gamers. See, I'm not. And more times than not, when I would be talking on the phone with Everborn or like Keasante, and we're just having a conversation, they're playing a game that's only available on Steam, right? I could buy it, right? I could play it on this normally I just want like a new side-scrolling beat 'em up or like a Metrovania. And you get a lot of those games, and some of them are super hidden gems. I've never been a Steam customer, but now I can be.
This is a big deal, Boom.
Yeah,
you're now officially in the club of never miss a game.
There you go. That's right.
Wow, because they had this. I know the ponies were running with the post from that. What's it? Dotemu.
Yeah. The game. And I'm buying that on Steam. PS, by the way, because I bought it on Switch.
Yeah. So they were all running. Another game misses Xbox, and it's like, damn, y'all forgot the game has changed.
Yes,
it's over. Started today. If you own the Xbox handheld, it don't matter. It don't matter. You don't want to make an Xbox native version? I don't give a shit. If I want the game, I'll buy it on Steam. If I don't, I won't, but I can if I want to, right?
Yeah.
Like and again, this is just the beginning, because once this brings that functionality to the box that sits under TVs, woo!
That's
going to be a glorious time.
I mean, again, I know there's, I mean, like shout out to Iman Burns. He's like, he was saying earlier, he's like, at least you were upset that you didn't get your doc. He didn't get anything. He's not getting his until I think Monday, he said, which kind of sucks. Boxenberg got his shipped, but I think they put it as media mail and he's not getting it for like whenever. It's like not even like, and that's awful. Like I feel, look, I'll put it this way, I saw a lot of stories that people got their stuff canceled. Like places like Best Buy, I think they overbooked or took over,
for
reserved.
Release day. Yeah, because they started pushing it back.
To the 15th is the day, December 15th, which is a couple months away. Yeah, man. If again, I feel bad for anyone that had that happen. That definitely sucks, again. But look, as one of the things that I want to talk about is like this, if you're excited about this device, because I know some people are like, well, I can get a Steam Deck Boom for half. I can get the LCD for $5 and change.
It's not a what?
Listen, no, it's true. If you want to go and get a Steam Deck, that's awesome. Here's the problem.
But that's not but you're a different customer.
You are a different customer if you're getting a Steam Deck, in my opinion. What I was going with though is the anti-cheat situation. Games like Call of Duty, Destiny, and several others are not playable on those devices. Where they're playable, right here. So I will actually be able to rack up kills sitting on the couch with my ROG controller playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7 next month.
Yeah, you can't say. Let me tell you something. If you see anyone tell you can buy a Steam Deck instead, you can't take these people seriously. I don't care who it is. I don't care how big they are. If they tell you with a straight face that for that amount of money you can go to Steam, bitch, how am I going to play Game Pass? How? Explain to me. How? Oh, yeah. I gotta do it through the cloud. Oh, gotcha. Or you want me to turn my Steam Deck into a Windows device, right? I gotta install Windows to go ahead and run my Game Pass. Yeah. No. If somebody tells you that you can get a Steam Deck instead, laugh at their face. Laugh at their face and say you know nothing. Why would I, an Xbox fan, a person who loves Game Pass, say that Steam Deck is a viable option to replace this handheld? Guess what? I own 2 Steam Decks. I own the regular and then I own the OLED. You know what I do on both of them? I use GeForce Now and stream my Xbox games through GeForce Now. That is what I do. So those people, though, they'll tell you that doesn't mean that your Xbox would be an Xbox because you have to stream the games. It's not native. Yet they're telling you that, well, just buy a Steam Deck. Listen, stupidity is rampant out in these streets. And again, people you might not think are dumb. And it doesn't mean they're dumb. They just got dumb takes. You know what I'm saying?
They're troll takes, brother. Again, these are people that are trying to engage to get that $13 check from Twitter. Don't help them get that check, folks. Don't help them get that $13 check from Twitter for being an engagement, a-hole. Don't do it. But look, again, what I want to, again, this is, we're 43 minutes into the show. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We're doing about an hour because I got to get back to.
We got things to do.
We got some things to do. So I didn't want to obviously miss the show because it's a celebratory day. But you know what, C-Money? You know what I do want to get into? You are Mr. Halo. Now, you know what? Let me just pause for a second because I do want to kind of just slow the show down for a second and talk about Tonobo Itagaki, who is the godfather of what Ninja Gaiden is. If you didn't know, he was with Team Ninja for a very, very long time. He left the studio under some controversy for some accusations. He opened up his own studio, Valhalla Studios. He even actually said publicly, hey, Microsoft, I'm ready to be bought. And well, why we're talking about him specifically is he passed away. And I am, as a fan of him, just completely devastated because I don't think he was much older than me. I'm 55, so
he was 58.
58. He's only a couple years older than me. So yeah, it's crazy because he wrote on Twitter, and listen, folks, I'm gonna try not to get choked up because anytime anyone passes away, I'm sad. I really am. I really appreciate life, and I don't care where you come from, man, woman, or whatever. A human life is important. He wrote on Twitter. This is crazy, folks. I'm gonna read it verbatim, and of course, we'll talk about some of his works. He says words to leave. The light of my life is about to run out. That is powerful. The fact that this sentence has been posted means it's finally time. I'm no longer in this world. In parentheses, this last post asking someone special to me. My life has been a series of battles. We've stayed winning. I've caused a lot of trouble. I stand by my beliefs and I own it. No regrets. I just feel so sorry to all of my fans for not being able to deliver my new work. Sorry. It is what it is. So it goes. Bonobo Itagaki. I mean, that's some powerful shit right there, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to Hazardor Gaming who posted that. That was from his Facebook page. Like when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. Like this year has been a real bad year for people passing away of every ilk, stars and just regular people. But yeah, man, this is he, if you didn't know, was a big part of Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black. And I don't remember if he was a part of Ninja Gaiden 2 or not. I don't know. But yeah,
I thought he was. I thought they did the first 3.
Or maybe okay. So if he did, he did. I wasn't sure. I know he did Dead or Alive as well, which of course is a fighting game. And he was
when it was amazing. Basically, when he stopped, Dead or Alive became irrelevant to me.
Yeah,
I used to play it all the time. His Dead or Alives, I would play. Man, Dead or Alive 3 was amazing.
It was. Yep.
Amazing.
So again, sad day, folks. That Itagaki has passed. And again, if you're a fan of his work, you know how influential he was to the industry, and he was a roguelite before you even knew what roguelite was. He lived life on the edge, and he was unapologetic about his beliefs and how he did things. But he was one hell of a designer, and the work that he's talking about, I mean, he was working on something. Maybe somebody will pick that work up. Maybe it was one of his final wishes that we get a chance to see and play what he was working on. Who knows? But yeah, sad day for sure. I know a lot of people have been mentioning it in the chat, so I didn't want to just overlook it. But see, Money, before we get out of here, Halo is one of your favorite things to talk about, and there's good reason for it. And again, listen, folks, if it's not your bag or it hasn't been your bag in years, I'm not going to fight with you. I love Halo. I am waiting for next week with the most excitement I could possibly have. I know that we've seen some reports about, once again, management being in a disarray. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. If I was running Xbox, and we know that I'm not, I would have completely cleaned house from asshole to elbow in what's now known as Halo Studios. And it would be one of those situations where we're starting on a fresh slate. This is the direction. You get a leader in there, and they have a leader in there now. And again, I don't know. Pierre. I don't know him personally. I've seen him talk. He seems like an intelligent man. And we saw a lot of the negativity. 17-year so-and-so art director leaves studio. 17 or 18-year, community manager. Listen, folks, I'm going to say this. Everyone that jumped on the bandwagon that's saying, leadership failed, Halo Studios bad, before you do that, because I don't have the information and neither do you, maybe, and this is my other side of the coin theory, maybe the 18, 17, 15-year people are the problem. Maybe they're the reason why Halo's being held back. And maybe these are the same people that will straight face tell you, oh, you can't have sprint. Folks, he's a super soldier. I'm sorry. He runs. And guess what? We got some new information. Now, of course, I want to give credit where credit is due. This comes the way of Pastor Xbox, and it's translated from Portuguese. So I'm going to read it aloud, and it has me very excited for a number of reasons. Now, first of all, he confirms, and I've heard this from two other sources, one I can talk about, one I cannot, that the Halo CE remake will in fact feature sprinting and modern gameplay mechanics. Thank God for that's actually happening. But this is where it gets super.
Did they have the grapple shot?
You know, it's interesting. I don't know, but one could hope, because the grapple shot is really a game changer, like all jokes aside. But what Pastor Xbox says, and I'm going to add the tweet to, of course, the show notes. So if you want to, follow him, as you should, or read it for yourself, you can. It says, according to the leaker, which is Halo Leaks, they're an actual Twitter account, the new edition of Halo Combat Evolved, check this out, folks, get ready to get excited, is receiving a full remake treatment similar to the latest Resident Evil games from Capcom that were made, a la RE2, RE3, RE4. Yes! That has me super excited. But there are a couple of key bullet points here I want to add before I hand you the microphone, and then we get, catch up on Super Chats, and we'll get out of here. It said it will include the ability for the main character, Master Chief, to sprint that was absent in its original form. Awesome, right? Gameplay will be similar to Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Okay, now we're talking. Now, again, I'm going to suggest that maybe that grapple hook is there, because there's the grapple hook in the multiplayer as well. One could hope. So check it out. Abstraction, a virtuose studio that helped with the Oblivion remake and the Metal Gear Solid Delta game, is reportedly assisting Halo Studios with this game's development. It goes on to say the remake uses, now this is interesting, a combination of the Unreal Engine 5 and what this technology is called BLAM, B-L-A-M, the game's original engine. Yeah. So basically what they're doing is they're taking the original engine, the game engine, and they're layering over it this Unreal Engine 5 goodness, if you will.
Which is essentially what they did for Oblivion.
Yes, and Oblivion is stunning, dude. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Lastly, it goes on to say it may be released in 2026 solely with the single-player campaign in celebration of the 25th anniversary of Xbox. I listen, it is coming out next year. I have that on good authority. Sure. And we've already, I mean, they've
said it.
Phil said it, for crying out loud. But I've also talked to some people behind the scenes, and that's slated for next year. It's going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Chief, Cortana, and Combat Evolved. It's going to be there. Now, the 24th, which is next week, is the Halo Championships. We're getting two reveals. Mintz on X and Rebs Gaming have confirmed this. One of which has basically been confirmed that it's going to be gameplay of Halo CE. Yes, but the second one, this is where it gets super interesting. It is going to be a new multiplayer. Now, this multiplayer, I have speculated that it's going to be the free-to-play multiplayer that's going to be available for everyone. PS5, Steam, Xbox, and it might even be able to go to the Switch too. This is the multiplayer that's being built from the ground up. It is going to give us Halo on every platform. And I really think in my heart of hearts, folks, that Halo does have a place alongside some of the bigs. The Fortnites, the Call of Duties, the Battlefields. It does belong in that conversation. and I am hoping they deliver. Let's talk Halo. I know it's one of your favorite things to talk about. Just look behind him, folks. He is Mr. Halo. Let's talk about it, bro.
Halo. I'm so excited.
It's about time, brother. He deserves to return in glory.
And I love that they are basically kind of saying, all right, we know that we're gonna go wide with this. We got to reintroduce the gang, right? We got to get the story that made everyone fall in love with Chiefar and Cortana back out there in 2026 standards, right? And that for me is what I'm most excited about. I love the original Halo. The only thing that could make it better is to take today's Halo, like the game mechanics and the gameplay, and bring it back. And that's what it sounds like they're doing. And I really hope that's true, because these people who are like these purists from back in the day, it's like, fam, I love Halo as much as the next guy who is a huge Halo fan, right? Like it's my jam. I am no way, shape, or form going to say that Halo needs to remain the same way it was back in the day. It needs to grow. It needs to expand. Halo 5, believe it or not, for people who think that it wasn't a good game, was actually phenomenal. And they introduced gameplay mechanics that to this day are very, very fun to go back and play. It's actually gives a reason for that game to still exist, because it's very different. They made it more esports focused for Halo 5. It was a faster, the aim down sights were different. I used to love the ability to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like you could run real fast and then like hit somebody, or during the campaign you would break through walls, because like you said, Boom, he's a super soldier, bro. He's not just some lumbering like he's not like Marcus Phoenix, right? He's not dude in a heavy armor, so he's running around slowly because that's all he can do. This is Master fucking Chief, bro. Like he is a tank and a titan. He can run fast, he can jump, he can do all the stuff he needs to do because he's not normal. All right.
He's a Superman. Yes, sorry.
Let him break through walls. Let him sprint. Let him jump higher, right? Like this is all what should be happening, right? So I'm all for it. I cannot wait. I truly do hope that they're going to show it to us. I mean, we know they are, but I really hope that it's going to be, today's gameplay mechanics brought into the past. That's what I want, but with today's visuals, right? So that first thing is I'm super pumped for, cannot wait. And I love the fact that it's just the campaign, because it would be silly to do the multiplayer, because all those maps essentially are available in multiple different ways already. And better ways to play them. So why would you go back and try to segregate a small group of people who are gonna be playing that multiplayer versus Infinite's multiplayer, right? So now the next project is that multiplayer game that we had rumored that was being worked on. And supposedly this is the one that is going to essentially replace Infinite.
Yes.
Going forward. And it makes sense that they're going to show it here, because they already announced that this is the last time that Infinite was going to be there. So Infinite was not going to be there next year. They're not using Infinite anymore as the multiplayer basis for the Halo World Championship, right? So they already kind of gave us that announcement. So what better way to say here's what's next than to show us the next multiplayer that's going to be happening. Now, I don't know if they're going to, I don't think they're going to shut down Infinite. I think that'll keep going on its own, but I don't think they'll be doing more, adding to it, right? I think that's going to be shifted to this new multiplayer. But what we don't know is this the one that is supposed to also include that battle royale mode that they were kind of working on, or did they scrap that? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm really, really excited for the possibilities of what this multiplayer can be. And like you said, man, you're 100% correct, because guess what? When it was only on Xbox back in the day, Halo multiplayer was one of the biggest things out there, right? It was an event anytime the next Halo dropped, and that multiplayer was everything. it's really once Call of Duty came out with part 4 that a lot of the mind share shifted to Call of Duty. But Halo has always been a dominant force, and even now, like you go right now online, go jump into Infinite. I mean, we've done it on our show. We've played Infinite, and you're getting right into matches. This is not a place where it's a ghost town and you can't find a match. You're playing with people, having a good time. And I feel like we don't even like I haven't played in a minute, and like Be Nice was rocking out with us on our stream, and we were out there slapping people up in Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is a bit, it's an older game, right? So you would think that mostly all the people who are playing are these like super, elite players, but nah, man, we were having a great time. So it's still very much alive. It is a free to play game, right? So it is out there. People are playing it. So I'm very intrigued to see how they're going to, handle the handoff. Like are they going to introduce something that directly competes with it 100%? Are they going to try to make something a little bit different so that there's still a reason that Infinite would exist for a while? Are they going to focus on just different modes or unique modes? I don't know. I'm so pumped and excited for it. I cannot wait. Next week is going to be awesome. And I'm still trying to figure out, and maybe they've announced it and I haven't seen it. Is there going to be an actual stream that we can watch? You know what I'm saying? Like that we
That's a
can
very interesting. I think so, dude.
or are they just going to release a video of a trailer? You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Oh, dude. I hope so.
I would really like it if they were going to stream it, right? Like if they were going to
Yes.
have some people talk about it, blah, blah, and then here it is, and then everybody gets to see it at the same time. That would be so dope. So we will see, but I'm very, very hopeful that that we're gonna see a lot. I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. It's been a while, man. It's time, man. Halo's
is absolutely
it's
time, dude.
it's amazing, such amazing IP, and I really hope too that this is not the only thing we're gonna see soon. I hope that soon we see that they're working on more Halo, different types of Halo, right? We know it was already
Yes.
announced they were making multiple Halos, not just one or two. So hopefully we'll get some teases at least for some other stuff, right?
They need to. It's such a big universe. It's so. If anything, it's been an IP that's not tapped enough. You know what I'm saying? I think there are so many stories, and it doesn't have to be just Chief. I know there's a lot of people in here that want Chief retired. Some people want Chief dead. I just think there is so much.
Crazy take.
I agree. Chief doesn't have to go anywhere. He's a super soldier. It's fine. It's like saying you want the Hulk dead. Who wants the Hulk dead, ladies and gentlemen? That's crazy. So, look, let me catch up on these super chats. I got to finish updating my console. I got to upload this video. A big thank you to everyone that tuned in. We got almost 600 people watching live. Listen, our excitement, I hope, came through the airwaves. This is not forced. This is not planned. This isn't scripted. We're excited about now being ROG Xbox Ally X and S owners. If you are someone in the chat that got yours, again, we're going to be probably talking about everyone's experience tomorrow on Breakfast with Boom. I am going to be doing like some, other like little videos. I'm going to put them up as shorts about me using it, the controller, the dock, the case, everything. It's just, it takes some time to get there, but I did want to at least do the unboxing to get that done. And it is ready. I'm literally all I have to do is upload it and then send it out to the ether. If you enjoy it, please share it on the socials. Again, it was a one shot, one take. I cannot believe it worked out. The only thing I messed up was the Rakiri name. I actually said, I didn't say like Rikishi or anything. If you know who Rikishi is, he was an awesome wrestler for the WWE way back in the days. I loved Rikishi. But that's my only hiccup of the whole thing. And the controller kind of fell forward. Thankfully, it didn't fall over. It just fell onto the ottoman. I'm like, whoo, that was close. But I do have insurance on it, so I would have gotten it repaired. But
that would have been bad.
Elijah Vasquez, who's been a channel member for 7 months. Elijah, thank you so much for being here, brother. Thank you for the generosity. He says, happy Ally X Day. Seems like the internet and the critics are almost unanimously raving about the Ally. 4 out of 5 for VGC, 9 out of 10 for IGN, 4 out of 5 for Tom's Hardware, Xbox is alive. Yeah, I've seen look. There's been reviews where I don't know. I only watched like 10 of them, folks. Their opinion doesn't matter to me. I'm just supporting my other fellow creators. I've watched some people that I normally don't watch. Listen, if they're hating on it, it doesn't matter. You have to.
I started a lot of videos and was like,
yeah,
it's as soon as I hear somebody say this is not an Xbox, I'm like, okay, dog, go ahead, have fun.
Fine.
Enjoy.
Listen, do feel how you want to feel, but you're not changing my mind. This is an Xbox.
I mean, listen, feelings have nothing to do with facts, right? You can feel what you want to feel. The fact is, Xbox literally helped engineer this. It has Xbox in the name. Xbox is out here promoting it. Xbox is out here as a staff launching this device.
It has an Xbox button is all you need to say,
it's literally called an Xbox Ally X. I know it's ROG. ROG is telling you, hey, who actually manufactured this thing? Sure. Microsoft is not manufacturing it. Great. They designed it. It's their stuff, right? It's an Xbox Ally. You don't even have to say the ROG Xbox Ally. Going forward, when you're talking about this device, is the Xbox Ally X. The ROG Ally X exists separate from Xbox.
Yes.
This is the Xbox Ally X. That's it. Don't let these people come in with their bullshit.
Don't fall for the virtual banana in the tailpipe pause. Let's just say that. We have also here Sith Lord saying this after dropping a very generous $2 super chat. He says, coming in 2026, Double Barrel Gaming Steam Saturdays podcast. Brother, if I did another show, I wouldn't be able to function because five shows are a lot, man. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the pressure of having to deliver. I like the fact that it's syndicated. People know that on Monday this is show, Friday this is. I love that, and that's the trust that I have earned from the people. I could not add another show, but thank you so much for that, brother. Super appreciate it. Look at me, the broke boy drops a very generous $5 super chat. Will, great to see you here, brother. He says the problem is that people automatically assume that when you say it's an Xbox, they mean it's an Xbox console. That's not what the device is. No, it is an handheld. And
they literally spent how much marketing does Xbox have to do to tell you this is an Xbox? This is an Xbox. Their definition of an Xbox is what can run their games properly, right? Yeah. It's how can you run these games? How can you play these games? You have access to Xbox games. That's an Xbox in their mind. Now, this is very different from that because this is in fact an Xbox device, but it's not an Xbox console. And for people to not be able to grasp the difference between a box you put under your TV and a box you bring with you on the go. I'm sorry, not a box, a device you bring with you on the go. Very different situations.
Yes.
It plays almost everything that you could play on your console, and it plays more than the things you could play on the console. All right. So I think we just need to get past this.
I think people just need to play games and enjoy and be happy.
Yeah, like just be quiet.
That's what I say. Sir Riffs a Lot drops a very generous $2 super chat, and he says the ROG Ally with PC Game Pass for the win, $15 a month. Brother, that is phenomenal. PC Game Pass, can't go wrong. You're getting all the games. They're all playable, plus your Steam games, plus your good old games library, plus your Epic Game Store library. They're all there for you. Go enjoy. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Kareem Jovian in the chat. Well, nice to see you here, Kareem. And I saw your tweet, brother. I'm going to go pick up that memory card. Thank you so much for that. He drops a very generous $2 super chat. He says, my Xbox Ally X delivered today by Microsoft with the high five. Yes, brother. High five to you. Enjoy the H out of it. Look at me, the broke boy drops an additional very generous two $5 super chats. The first one, he says, Asus site has an ID Me discount for veterans, first responders, and such you can use for the Xbox Ally X, which is sold out. Knock the base price down for the S model or the regular Ally from $599 to $569. That's pretty good. So if you're a vet, you can get a discount. That is pretty dope that they are doing that. He also says, I don't have it, Boom. I canceled my Xbox Ally X pre-order when they did the Game Pass increase, but yesterday broke down and at least got the base model. Yeah,
you know what that tells me, broke boy?
You're an
that
Xbox.
Means that you didn't actually want to cancel that device. you got into your feelings, and then once it became real that it was coming out, you were like, what did I do? Please give me the X. Nope, sorry, sold out. I gotta settle for the base. Listen, bro, you gotta start changing who you're watching out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're getting emotional reactions, and then look at you canceled it, and now you couldn't even get what you wanted. You had to get the base. It's all right.
Listen, I said this in the video I'm going to upload. I almost canceled mine because we're saving for our first home, and I was like, yeah, I mean, Mrs. Boom is being super, like we're not being even frugal. We buy what we need. We just don't overspend because we're saving. And I was like, man, this is a lot of money. Should I get it? And she's like, listen, I know you are ready. If you cancel this, you are gonna hate yourself, and you're gonna be like, oh man, I couldn't get it. And she even does my voice, not to a T, but she does. That's what wives do. And she is my better half, and she is the voice of reason 10 out of 10 times. And thankfully, I listened to the voice of reason, and well, here we are. Lastly, we have Mac22 in the chat. Mac, great to see you here, brother, and thank you very much for the very generous $5 super chat. Indeed, sir. He says, see money or people who tell you the Switch 2 is the same thing or better or a better option. Hashtag shaking my head. I have those too.
That's like saying, listen, I really want to buy this car. And they're like, bro, why buy a car when you could buy some rollerblades or a skateboard? Like, what do you mean? These are completely different things. They have no value to me. I want the car. All right. If I'm an Xbox fan, I want to play Game Pass. I want an Xbox device that can do that. I don't want Steam where I can't do that. I don't want a Switch where I can't do that. I want a device that can do it. Come on, man. People are crying for no reason.
Look, like I said, no one's twisting anyone's arm to spend your money. You don't have to spend your money, folks, if you don't like it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And that is okay. Where I have a problem is you trying to take your personal feelings and push it onto someone else and make them feel angry or disappointed. Don't do that. Don't be an asshole. Let people enjoy what they're enjoying. Gaming is supposed to be fun. And if you game with the community, it's supposed to be even more fun. Don't be a D-bag and pee on anyone's parade. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. But people find that their opinion is so important that they got to tell it to the world and make your life miserable by giving you shit. Don't do that. This world is effed up as enough as it is with a lot of trolls. Don't be one of them. Just let people be freaking happy with what they're happy about, but they can't. You know why? Because they're miserable SOBs by themselves. Put those people in the pain of mind list, block them, mute them, send them to Hades where they belong, and enjoy whatever you're enjoying. We also have another super chat that popped in here from Will. So Will, thanks so much for that, brother. The additional $2 super chat. He says, I have a current Ally XC. Not the same, but still good. Yeah, the X is excellent. The battery is really good. It is a powerful machine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's out there.
But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as the Ally and the Ally X are great, these new machines with those grips, it can't be beat, man. It's literally holding an Xbox controller in your hand. It feels natural. It's got just enough weight where it feels premium, but not too much where you're gonna, hurt your wrist or something. To me, it's absolutely perfect. But see, obviously, you got a bunch of shows happening for the remainder of the week, and this is going to be the talk of the town, as it should be. Sell the brand of On Point for gamers. I know that you guys are doing a bunch of reviews. I'm doing 3 reviews, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because I don't have enough time in the day. Mrs. Boom has gone to bed. I've snuck out of the room at 1:00 in the morning, 2 days in a row. I am fried, folks. I'm trying to get the reviews in, and it's just a lot. And I feel incredibly privileged. I'm not complaining about, oh my God, look at this guy complaining about reviewing games. Oh, boo-hoo. No, I have to do them because people trust me to do them. So I got to get them right. But I also had to do the unboxing, which again, you can't see the side of the house. Awesome. It looks really good behind me. You just can't see the right side of it because it's a freaking mess. And I have to put everything away. I got to finish putting my thing together. I just want to say, folks, thank you so much for supporting the channel. But C-Money, let's sell your brand. On Point for Gamers. You guys have hit some really high numbers. It's well-deserved. You've been invited to as many things as I have. I love to see the work. You guys have been good friends of mine since we actually met in real life, and we were hanging out well before we met. Sell the brand, brother. Tell where people can subscribe to the channel, On Point for Gamers, and more importantly, what shows you got going on.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, thank you, brother. I love doing the show, man. So thanks for having me. I know it's been a while. Work is just crazy. There's just so much.
A lot. Yeah,
I know. It's really nonstop, and we kind of took things up a bit. So my time is a little different. So we'll see how things keep going, but definitely love being here, man, to do the show. So thank you for that. But yeah, we have our actually show tonight, Thursday night. We added a game streaming show. So Thursday nights was where we stream. So we're going to be doing 2 games tonight, like we do every week. One will be a single player, one will be a multiplayer, and we'll do like a community night. So I don't know exactly. It's probably going to be the community game, might be just Call of Duty, the new season, The Haunting. We haven't done it, so that might be what it is. But the single player game is going to be newly released into Game Pass game. What is it called? The Stoning of Frank.
Dude, that looks really good, bro.
Yeah. I love Supermassive, and I just didn't get around to it. But now that it's in Game Pass, it's perfect. Yep. And yeah, we're gonna play it tonight. So definitely come check that out. As Boom mentioned, I'm also reviewing a bunch of games. So tomorrow, you guys can be on the lookout for Keeper.
Yep.
So that's gonna go live. So definitely look out for that. And then tomorrow night we'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern with the night shift Let's Talk Gaming with myself, Doodle, Hargeet, and Demo. That's gonna be a fun show. Definitely gonna be talking about all this stuff and more. It's gonna be a fun show. And then we'll be back on Tuesday after that. We do a Tuesday night show, Night Quest, at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's with our boy Pharaoh Bazaar. So definitely check that out. And then on Wednesdays, even though we haven't been able to do it again because of work, it's been crazy. But on Wednesdays at 11, we do the On Point Gaming podcast now. So just to kind of reach a different time zone. But yeah, man, it's busy times out here in these gaming streets. I think Monday's the 20th, right? So I think Monday, Ninja Gaiden 4 review will be going live.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that. And then the same thing for Outer Worlds 2, which I believe is on the 23rd. It'll be going live, the review. So
nice.
Definitely a good time. Definitely a lot of gaming goodness, man. And if you picked up an Ally X or an Ally from Xbox, you're going to be having a lot of goodness coming your way, especially if you have Game Pass or if you're going to go buy all these games. You're going to have a really, really good time of gaming. And then don't forget, shortly after that, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be coming out, which is a whole nother level of stuff as well. So definitely come check us out, man. Come hang out with us in the
your live
on our channel.
Yeah.
Come check out the stream. Sorry, I was reading at the I went to go to put the link again, but then I started reading because Broke Boy said my name, so I saw it. I was like, what the hell? But yes, come check us out. We have a good time, man. We are really, really enjoying being Xbox fans right now. It's really amazing.
Lots to be excited about, dude. 100%. But
yeah, man. Appreciate
brother, again, love the work that you guys are doing. All the gains are well deserved, and I love seeing it. So thank you so much for being a part of today's show. Thank you for being on Thursdays as you normally are. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with C-Money and myself on Thursday for about an hour and 20 minutes. Again, if you are someone that is already gotten an X or the Ally model, enjoy it, play it. We'll be talking about it probably tomorrow. I'll be able to have some more impressions. I actually have an opportunity to use it to at least for a couple of hours after I finish updating everything. But a big thank you to all of the super chats, all of the gifted subs, and the subs that happen behind the scenes that help Mrs. Boom and I run the channel. Financially, we super appreciate the generosity. And of course, I'm going to close out the show with something that's incredibly important to me, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, one day it'll be important to you. And that's something that my dad taught us when we were kids and would say, Craig, treat others how you want to be treated. And also, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. You live by those rules, son. I can guarantee you're going to have an awesome day. So take care, everyone. And we'll see you next week on the newest episode of X Vlog Live.